2019 Kia Sedona 3.3 liter. Time for an oil change. Simple maintenance, but thought we'd share a quick little video. Well, I say we. Currently it's just myself. Here you have it. Yeah, she's a little dusty under here. Might be time for another bath. Let's see if we can figure this hook latch out. Here we go. Well, I don't have Jeremiah here with me today to help me out on this one, so it's going to be a one-man show. Castrol Edge 5W30 for changing that oil. I believe it takes close to 6 quarts. Oil filter is around here somewhere. I've done it once before. Where did it go? There's where the oil goes in. And the oil filter is hiding under there. All right, let's take a look. 4 little pops and off the little engine cover comes off. Look at that foam on there. Hyundai Kia. Yeah. Real squishy foam. Guess it gives it some of that noise isolation. Makes it look prettier too, I reckon. But yep, right there. There's where the oil filter resides. We'll get to that in a little bit. But first of all, let's get the old oil out. And then we can in with the new. All right, got everything pretty much ready. Standing by, got my tools, my wrench, ratchet, bucket, rags. Something to keep the oil from hitting the ground. Let's go under, see what we find. Okay, so it's hot under here. Engine's just been running for a little bit, so it's a little warm. Here's our drain plug. Time to drain the old oil. Get the old out. Put in the new. All right, feel righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Of course, when you're upside down, sometimes you always have to kind of rethink yourself, make sure you're going the right way. All right, let's get this here without making too big of a mess on myself or anything else, because I know that's going to be hot coming out. There she goes. Yep, a little warm. Oh yeah, that's warm. Trying to get me a rag here. Y'all ever have that problem where you try to get one and they just want to keep on coming? They just don't stop. Yeah, that's me. Move that over there a little bit more. Definitely due for a change. All right, so while the oil continues to drain, turn this over this way a little bit here. While that oil continues to drain, I'm gonna go ahead and change out the filter. So this has one of those cartridge filters. It kind of just falls right in there. See the cover for it. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull that open and get the old filter out, new filter in. So I'll show you here. I got the O-ring for the new filter. And it's like I said, it's a cartridge. Kind of goes in, got a little nipple that goes down in there and flows in and cycles out. I'm not sure if that's a better design or not, but a second vehicle that I've dealt with, it's gone like that. So interesting that it's at the top of the engine, so it seems like all the oil would just drain back out, but I don't know what you think. So yeah, here we go. So I'll be using a 27mm on the top of the nut here to pull that off. A little bit of a snug fit, but here we go. loose. And there's the cap, let some of that oil drain out of there so we're not getting it everywhere else. There it is. So that's the cap. The old O-ring right there, the little red O-ring. We're going to change that out. You can kind of see the inside of it there. And here's the old filter. Kind of rock it out, and I'll take note of how it comes out so I know about where to orient the new one in there. But yeah, it's not pretty yellow like the one that just came out or is going in. Maybe it's doing its job. All right. Got the old filter out. Here's a new one. Just gonna go right down inside there. Let's see, we'll kind of feel our way around in there till we find that right spot. Let's see. I think that's about it right there. There it goes. Snaps right in place. All nice and pretty. Then we're going to pull off the old O-ring off of here. Take note of where the O-ring is at. Because obviously you don't want it on the threads, because then your cap won't go on tight enough. And if I can't get this off of here, I might have to go resort to find a screwdriver to kind of get it initially started here. Or a small pick type thing, whatever you might have. I'll be right back on that. Alright, so I got it started. So you can see now, pull the old O-ring off. Set that to the side. And pull out the new O-ring. That's black, so you probably really can't see it quite as well. But we're gonna get a little bit of this oil on here and just kind of lubricate it some, just to keep it kind of easier to slide on. Keep it moistened up a little bit there so it kind of not dry out. And we're gonna come all the way down. Like I say, you gotta get down past all the threads, or that filter lid is not going to go on correctly. And you don't want to go all the way down. There's actually a certain groove that it goes in there, so we got it in place there, good to go. And then you should sit right in there and just kind of pop down in place and start twisting on. Just as easy as you go. And really just kind of like any other oil filter. You want to put it on there just snug, but not over tightened. And so I'm not putting much pressure on here right now at all. You want it snug enough that the oil doesn't seep by. But you can hear it kind of getting down close there. You'll feel it when it stops. Like I said, I'm not real sure how I like these compared to just your conventional spin-on oil filters, but they're just about right there. Yep, feels good there. And it's all flush up against the thing, so oil filter, good to go. All right, so we're back up under the van now. Oil's pretty much drained out. Just a little bit of a drip here and there, so we'll wipe off that little bit there. Don't see anything else. So now we're going to find our old drain plug, and we're going to change out the little crush washer for a new one. It came with our oil filter. If I don't end up dropping it in the oil, that would not be a good thing. But we got it. We'll kind of clean that up there, wipe it off a little bit, make sure there's nothing on there. And then we'll get that started in back into the oil pan. Yeah, you can hear that nice little empty sound as I go to push that in there. It's kind of You know, you got a lot of that oil out of there now. All right, clean that up. Find our old wrench. Again, I got a 17 millimeter going on here, so. And then we'll just snug it up. Don't want to over tighten it, but you want it snug enough you keep your oil in there. Oil in the engine's a good thing. Clean oil in the engine's a real good thing. So, yeah, she's good and tight, not going nowhere. All right, let's go fill it up. All right, now time to put the oil in. There's our oil filler right there. I'm gonna wipe off a little around that. Make sure my funnel, clean in there, so we don't want any debris getting in. Drop that funnel in place. Grab our engine oil. Like I said, 5W30. I said before, Castrol. That's what I like to use. So use that full synthetic. That's kind of what's been being put in this thing since new anyway. So I hear different things on once you go synthetic, you're supposed to stay it. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. I just go ahead and do it just because, well, partially creature of habit, partially because I know Castrol's some good oil, and I like to keep it that way. And I don't like these foil lids though. Like I said before, why? Why do they do foil lids? For something that's gonna go into your engine anyhow. So that's good. Let's pour. Straight into the funnel there. All that goodness. Yummy, yummy goodness. Yeah, you can hear it filling up down there in that pan too. Yep. This fan takes right at 6 quarts with a filter change. So, which really I don't know that it changes much if you do filter change or not, because the filter being at the top doesn't hold near as much as another filter the conventionals do. So, but yeah, I think it's right at 6 quarts if I recall correctly. So there goes the first 5. Let's go for numero 6. And I did just realize that this one's not high mileage, so I think I'll still be okay though. It's still Castrol Edge. I don't know what they put into it to make it high mileage, but I think we'll be all right. Again, with those pesky oil filters, but that one came off whole. Thank you, that was nice. Here we go, quart number 6. All right. Let that kind of sit in there for a second, and we'll check the oil here in a moment. So, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll get that funnel out of there. Kind of keep it from leaking too much anywhere. Put it right down there. That's some plastic. Now, last couple things we got. Don't forget to put your oil cap back on. It's a bad day if you forget that. Oil don't want to stay in that way. All right, and then we put the beautification part back on. Yep, like I said, you see these little doodads. There's let me see these little doodads I'm trying to show you here. Turn the camera around, that helps a little bit. but there's little clips, little knobs that kind of stick up there, and they go right into these little notches right here. So you got one there, 2, 3, and 4, and that's what holds that on place. So you just kind of line it up. Line it up. Sorry, trying to do this one-handed and a little harder to do. But you'll know right when you get it lined up, it feels right, and then you kind of press down, you hear that nice little pop. Yeah. And there she goes. All done. All right, that's that for 2015 Kia Sedona. Gonna pull her down off the ramps, check the oil a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. And I just spilled it. Well, folks, I was doing so good, a very little spillage, but then my foot got caught on the tarp and caused that to spill all over. So now I got a big old mess to clean up. Yeah, some days it be like that. All right, let's check the engine oil, make sure we're looking good. Here's our dipstick. How do I know it's right? Because it says Eng oil. See that? Eng oil. Let's check our level. I got it wiped. Gonna slip it back in here. Make sure we got oil. Yep. Right at the full mark. Looks good. Job well done today. Okay, time for oil change, round 2. Second vehicle for today is 2012 Mazda 6 with 115,000 miles, 120,000 miles, I don't remember, something like that. But time to change the oil on this one. Let's see, does it say what it is? How many miles does this have it on now? It has, it's not gonna tell me, there it is. Sorry, that's a little blurry, y'all. Well, 128.22. I know you can't really see it. Don't know why it's so blurry, but that's what it's at. Gonna change the oil. Pretty similar to the Mazda 3 we've done before. And got a little bit of a mess from my earlier video. Y'all remember that, but I got it cleaned up, ready to go with the next one. Here we go. This time we got help. Finally shut up, Jeremiah. And there's Micah helping a little bit too. He was directing, trying to get me up on the ramps. So, all right, Jeremiah's going up under there. So we got set up over here. We're gonna be using Castrol again. 020 is what's called for in this car. So, and this time we're gonna have all the work underneath the car instead of on top of.
I don't have a ratchet.
All right, shouldn't need a ratchet.
That just makes it easier.
Make sure you're going the right way. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yep, you're going the wrong way now. Towards me.
Yes, I was, but you said.
Yeah, that's what I said. Make sure you're going the right way.
You got a hammer?
There it goes. Now watch the tilt of that so it don't spill out because it's a little angled. Yeah, the fun part of having the land, you got room to work on these things, but we don't always have the most flat terrain, like a nice flat driveway to work on these things. So sometimes it makes it fun, but we make do. And of course we try to be responsible and have the oil spill on something like this so that we don't get it in the ground. We've done good most times. All right, let's change out that filter now. Hey, at least this oil ain't hot for you. It was pretty warm when I pulled it out of the van a little while ago.
You have the oil over 2 minutes, Mike.
Gonna be in that red bucket behind my tool case there. It's gonna be the one with the orange handle. Yep, that guy.
Red.
Red, orange. I'm not sure how you're gonna get that in there because that's not the way that's supposed to go on that. Okay, so we've had a little harder time getting this filter off. Not sure why it was so tight, but we finally got it loosened up. And here comes the well. Splish splash. Jeremiah was taking an oil bath. It's good for your skin, right? Goodness, you got it all over you. There's one thing we gotta teach him is how to not make such a mess. I mean, inevitably there's gonna be a little bit of a mess, but he wears it, all of it. Looks like I'm missing a few screws under here. So I'm not sure where they've gone to.
You need more than one.
All right. Big old open hole. Where's where the filter attaches? Yeah. Get a little lube on the thread, a little bit of lube on the O-ring on there. You did get it on the O-ring, right?
Yes, sir.
Made sure nothing's good dirty on the pickup. All right. Make sure it's good and tight. A little harder to do sometimes when you got greasy hands. Obviously, we don't want it so tight we can't get it back off like we did almost earlier, but good and tight on there now. All right, Yep, they ain't going nowhere. All right, time to fill her up. Well, once we get the oil plug tightened back on there, we'll fill her up. Okay, time to add oil to the old Mazda. Castrol, again, like I said. And again, I'm sure this is gonna have that silly foil that I don't like. I can hear it already. Yep, there it is. Like these foil things. In case you didn't know, have I mentioned that before? That I don't like these? But I guess keeps it sealed that way. I know I got fresh oil and not somebody's used oil in here. Hopefully. Unless they're really good at putting this back on there, but we'll see in a minute when I pour if it looks new or old. But see, all these little pieces, seems like it could just fall in and then fall into your engine and stuff, but here goes. Jeremiah, let me know if oil starts pouring on you, then I'll know you didn't get it tight enough. Look at that beautiful honey. Engines like that oil. Good stuff. Good stuff. What kind of oil do y'all use? If you're watching this, comment. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you do your own oil changes? You just let somebody else do it? Do you like to watch other people do it? Whatever it might be. Use cooking oil, baby oil, mineral oil, castor oil. Maybe you use rainwater. It's trying to rain here. We're trying to hurry and get this done. But we're about to wrap it up. All right, there's 5 quarts in there. I think it's supposed to be just a little bit more than 5, so we're gonna stop with that right there. Get it off the ramps, check the oil level, and top it off just a little bit more here in a moment. We'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, let's check the oil, see where we're at. We look. Kind of hard to tell right now. Still haven't gotten in there real good. Let's try it one more time real quick. What we got? Well, that looks to be good right now. Actually, it looks a little almost on the high side. So we're gonna let the car run a little bit. We'll come back and check it again in a little while. One more thing, when I shut this off, if you remember from my Mazda 3 video, there's noises, and just want to see if anybody else knows what these noises that Mazda seem to make after you shut them off. All right, here we go. You can hear it buzzing. Clicking. And then that. A little puff of air. Sorry, some other noises coming from somebody trying to close a gate. Let me know if you know what it is. And that, folks, is a wrap. We got the oil changed on the Mazda, got the oil changed on the Kia. Now we put everything away, and we'll see how the next adventure goes. So for now, have a blessed day and a blessed weekend, or whenever it happens to be that you're watching this. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.